Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. So today we're doing the quest at Dainty Dilemma, a level 5 rogue quest, class quest. Jack appears eager to give you your first assignment. Oh there, I must say you're looking comfortable enough with those stabbers of yours. I reckon you're good and ready for your first assignment. Ordinarily I'd stow my wids and let you get on with your work, but seeing as we only just dragged you into the shadows, there might be a couple things what you ain't yet familiar with. Let's put on what you likely do know, and that's the fact that the Admiral, God bless her soul, has outlawed piracy in Limsa Lominsa. So why do we think there's still so many Satan pirates in this town? I'll tell you why. It's because there's still one way for them to loot and pillage without incurring the wrath of the law. All we need to do is apply to serve the Thylacracy as a certified privateer. A captain with a privateer's license is free to terrorize the seas till the old goods come home, so long as he only targets vessels what belong to the Garlean Empire. Of course, considering how bloody vast the Empire is, there's plenty of looting to go around. Crews fill their holds with Imperial plunder, then sail back here to Limsa to offload the spoils. And that's where this particular case went sour. See, one crew got their fambles on a Magitech device, a firing mechanism to be precise, but was rucked out of their hull by some heavy-handed coves. You'll recall, that don't sit well with the code. If you're bold enough to ruck a pirate out of his due, then you'd best be prepared for a visit from the rogues. And speaking of visiting rogues, underfoot over here, lad. I want the pair of you working together on this. Pass sentence on them code-defying rooks and bite back that Magitech part. What's the last need me for? You're in charge of new recruits, ain't you? It's their first assignment. You're to go along and give her the benefit of your wisdom. Since when was I in charge of new? Bugger it. So I guess we'll be partners for the now. Name's Paramu, but most of my fellows call me Underfoot. You might seem a touch reluctant, but Paramu's one of our best. You just do as he says, and you'll get the job done. Alright then, me young rogue, seeing as this is your first official outing, I want to be sure your dance steps are up to the task. With them short blades, you need to get in good and close to your mark, aye, but we ain't bleeding swads in shining armor, and the leather kit we wear ain't much protection from a click to the gan. So if you don't fancy spitting blood and teeth, your best defense is simply not being there when your mark winds up to land a nasty clout. Sliding around to a flank usually does the trick, but there's some rum fun every rogue should master, the shade shift. Clear your mind and trust in your speed, and you can leave an Axial and Brute or Spellfling mage chasing your shadow while you bury your stabbers in his guts. Right now, it's time we put this lesson into practice against some of those Orlae out in the lower Lanasia. I hope you was paying attention, because those tentacles can pack a wallop. Enjoy! Where am I going? Lower Lanasia, okay. Oh wait, no, that's not for this quest. That's for, Leave Quest. I still need to do. I've been sitting on that for so goddamn long. Just there's only so much time. Discord after my stream ended. Yeah, so you don't need to ask me if I'm heading inside. That's what I want to do. Done with your practice then? The singing of them tentacled buggers will soon teach you to stay on your toes, eh? Now we've got your blood rush, and I'd say it's time to get down to work. First things first, we need to track down them alcos with that Magitech gadget. Might be as one of our rogues has heard something. The guild thrives on the information you see, and we've agents scattered far and wide with their gazes keen on their waddles to the ground. Let's pay a visit to the Drowned Winch, ask her for a weak ale, and see what that gets you. I'm not setting you up for a laugh, lass, trust me. I'm so tired. It's like this isn't what was on my schedule for recording for today, but it's what was most convenient for me at the time. While I'm up here, got a bunch of items to turn in. There we go. Welcome to Drowning Winch. What's your pleasure? A weak ale. Never in all my days you may serve some cheap grog in the winch, but not that was watered down. If our usual ale is too bold for your taste, perhaps you'd like to order from the underground menu? There's quite a lot to offer for a customer with your roguish charms. Was there something in particular I could help you with? But the travel over that Magitech loot, it was not a subtle job. The gang in question is an unusual group of former pirates calling themselves the Dainty Demolishers. They seem to be enamored of dandy mannerisms and have a preference for seasoned Garlean machinery. They're also known for conspiring with goblins. Rumors say that the Demolishers visit Beastman Camp in Middle Lunacia to fence their goods. And those goods generally take the form of Imperial technology. I imagine the goblins are rather pleased to take possession of a mark Uh, 43rd Anti-Aircraft Cannon Firing Mechanism. If you mean to re-steal the device back, then your trail leads to the Goblin Camp in Summerford. Summerford, eh? On your way, lass. Meet me across the river from camp and we'll plan our next move. Get your noggin down. I've been snelching the action across the way there. No sign of the demolishers, but I did see one of them Gambler Cove stuffing the Garland gadget into his backpack. Knew they'd steer us right. This is your chance. Clout that Gambler Gobby and grabble that device. Or I've lost track of which gob it was, but I'm thinking it's the sod on the left. Just make sure you dance away from the bomb blasts. Twisting and dodging in the middle of a fireball might not save you from getting your eyebrows singed off. A little overpowered. Just a little bit. That's the way. There was not for me to do but sit on my daddles and watch. So you've got the goods then. Aye, this is the device and no mistaken. Let's get back to the guild, eh? We still owe them Demolisher bastards a million, but they'll keep for the now. Here, you should be the one to deliver the prize to Jack. It was your hand that snatched it out of the goblin's paw, after all. Captain, I say, some fiend has perpetrated violence upon our goblin colleagues, whilst we sought but to wet our throats with fine libations. This will not stand, Captain. Our finely filched loot has been pilfered from under our noses. Blast and bother, my blood boils and bubbles at the temerity of this affront. I know not the intent of these audacious buffoons, but they shall be made to pay, and pay dearly with me, my fine fellows. Huzzah! Back to the Rogues Guild we go. You have to grapple that fire mechanism yet? Ah, still in one piece, too. You did well for your first assignment, lass. It don't look like much, but that crew put their lives on the line to cloy this there bauble. They'll at least see it snatched back from the ruffians. We've yet to do the dainty demolishers, Jack. The job ain't over. You're right, Underfoot. It ain't. You broke the code. You face the consequences. Oh, this is not at all what I expected from the inside of a convent. And who might you be, sirs? Your ignorance is understandable. After all, our schemes are always perfect, our heists impeccable. Shall I reveal our infamous name and drink in your delicious terror? We are deadly, dastardly, and dictionally devilish. Quail before the dainty demolishers. Captain, I say, there's a louse who misappropriated our merchandise. I concur. She is the self-same simpleton whom we trailed unnoticed to this very establishment. Surprise, surprise. Now, my dear dandies, let us not be unpleasant. We should endeavor to resolve this distastefulness without resorting to insults or other less diplomatic methods, at least not yet. You there, yes, the clean-cheeked errand boy. Be a good fellow and fetch me your superior. One of your colleagues has committed a terrible crime against us, and we shall not be leaving until the proper restitution has been paid. Oh, an errand boy now, am I? Tell me, Captain, just what kind of place do you think this is, then? This place, I suppose, is some manner of convent. The one-eyed doorman named it the Dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss, or some such. And you've yet to realize your mistake. Your fate was sealed the moment you dragged your sorry Quaron across the threshold. Are you threatening me, boy? I'll have my fellows cut out that impudent tongue. We'll exhaust our reserves of dainty today, lads. Show these fraudulent sisters how the demolishers deal with the upstarts. You still don't understand, do you? There are but three sort of calls out what the doorman let pass. Clients, recruits, Godspit. I'll kill you all. Didn't your mom teach you not to interrupt a lady when she's talking? You've learned that the third sort of call is a bollocks for brains Mark, what marches himself right into the rogue's den. Rogues, but we were so careful. Under Tales of My Pirate Days, stories about the merciless race who uphold the code. They weren't called rogues back then, though. The upright thieves they were, the thieves and the knives in the shadows. You can't be them. You're just trying to scare me. Well, the captain of the dainty demolishers is not so easily cowed. To the hells with your deceptions. Huzzah! Huzzah for my fallen comrades. Shows you. Deceptions. Aye, anyone you meet could be a rogue captain, even a clean-cheeked errand boy. He's still breathing. Find some rope and string him up someplace in town. And now the job's done. Quite an introduction we had here, eh? Welcome to Links of the Momensa, every turn and underbelly where the thieves shed their skins and become rogues. I'm not much for discussing the old days, but since it's come up, I might as well clear up the confusion. It was back when piracy was at its peak. The codes that cracked the code were dimber dampers, the best lads and lasses to be had from among the pirate crews. They bit back the goods that was wrongly bitten and came for the guilty under cover of darkmans. Upright thief became the title for these coves who dealt in sanctioned stealing and milling. Plus, only those as had cut all ties with the buccaneer's life was accepted into the ranks, conflicting loyalties and all that. They formed their own guild and even their own way of speaking, and what was once pirates was pirates no more. Later on, when Marweb took the admiral's chair, the upright thieves agreed to abide by her laws. We became the Rogues Guild to mark the change and altered our recruiting policy to accept adventurers like yourself. While the title was different, the job remains the same: uphold the code and preserve the underground society that spawned us. Just as we've done with this assignment, keep up the good work, and you'll go far in the shadows. And that was a level 5 quest, a dainty dilemma. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Hopefully we'll see you again, either another video or maybe one of our many live streams that we do nightly over on Twitch at the same channel name. We stream usually from about 12 a.m. to usually at least 3, if not later. But till next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.